Welcome back. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been a little bit bogged down with work, given the quarter end and then month end, so things have been a little bit tight. Hmm. Okay, I thought my screen was bugging. Yeah, shit has been pretty tight, pretty busy. You know, people be putting in hella orders, so I gotta be moving the trucks. And I was only there for a few months, so I'm kind of learning everything as I go. But overall, been a pretty good. Oh shit, it's been a pretty good like week or two. Today I just kind of wanted to try hard, which is gonna be kind of hard and talking at the same time. But another thing I did want to talk about is let's see. The only thing lasts a while. What I think is like the greatest question, or I believe like life boils down to a few important times, and I think after you graduate or what you do with your early 20s is one of the big times and like occasions that you really need to focus because decisions compound. You know, when you're like 20, 3 beers a night isn't gonna do much. Well, that's not true. Maybe a beer a night won't do anything to you because you got time to work it off and you got a fast metabolism. You're relatively healthy, young man, young woman. You got time. When you're older, when you're like 30, 40, that may not be the case. Cool, that guy's missing. But anyway, yeah, that might not be the case. If you're older, like 30, 40, a beer a night, like you're going to feel that no matter, you know, how fit you are, how much, like how good you eat, how disciplined you are, like you're just going to feel it. Same goes for finances. You can make some dumb cavalier decisions early because it's not going to like kill you financially. It's not going to destroy your your credit score unless you're like co-signing for friends or family for like a Ford F-150 that they can't afford. Don't do that. Don't ruin your credit score. But if you want to buy like some Chrome Hearts or you want to buy some Supreme and you're like 25, that's not going to ruin you. Do that every week. Do that every drop. Every time there's new Air Force Ones or something, or there's a new collab. Your purse strings are going to be feeling it. So that's just another example of like things compounding over time. And I wanted to touch up on this, like one of the more important decisions in like your early 20s, because I feel like what you do for the first 5 to 7 years really sets the tone for what you're gonna do. I'm not saying when you're like 30 you're cooked, like it's too late for you to turn things around, too late for you to get disciplined, too late for you to do all this. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it might be a little bit more difficult. Like you can ask the guy who started the career when they're 20 versus the guy who started the career when they're 30. Even though it's 10 years, which may not seem like a huge amount of time in the grand scheme of things. 10 years when you're 30 or 40. So like time just goes on. So it adds up, like stocks. If you invest in stocks, you're not going to see a huge turnaround tomorrow, unless you're on Reddit and maybe you inflated something artificially. But yeah. And I thought about this because what I did is I decided to go like not really corporate America, since I'm not like blue collar, but I'm not like full white collar. I'm kind of like in the field. I'm in between. When I was interning for a transportation company, and I had to run repairs on like trucks. But at the same time, I had to like know how to use Excel. I had to know how to use like SAP systems, management systems. I had to like make sure everyone was going where they were supposed to be going. So I was like, oh fuck. I was doing a little bit of both. Hopefully this guy doesn't see me. But after I got some experience, I started applying to other jobs. Okay, this guy's got a hard on for me. And I just decided to join the workforce. and I see a bunch of people like going out, having fun, you know. Hold on, let me. There we go. Going out, having fun, like drinking. I'm not saying that's. Well, yeah. Like I feel like maybe I'm missing out. You know, maybe this isn't like the optimum route. But at the same time, you know, I'm working today to become the man I want to be like tomorrow. You know, call me cringe or whatever, but pretty godly quote. But one of my goals is to be like financially free. I want to get a Nissan GTR, and I want to learn how to race. And to do that, I need some capital. So I'm working hard, and like I also like what I do too. So it's not like all bad. But I know I've been talking a lot about like jobs recently, but it's just, you know, new to me and new to a lot of people my age. I have another good friend who's, you know, been going through the same deal. So it's nice to talk to. Oh, that was empty. Nice to talk to him and like he knows what I'm going through because he's literally like going through it. He was like, yeah, dude, like people are going out, people are doing everything, but at the same time, you know, as the days compound, like as the days go by, I cannot even reverse at all. As the days go by and the months go by, you know, that's valuable time. I'm going to be 23 with a year of experience in my respective field in like 2 months, you know, and I think that's pretty good because then it kind of weans me out of like the new hire. Like I'm definitely a new hire still because it's only 1 year, but I'll have a year of experience and then the company will be like, oh, well, damn, I'm just fucking firing randomly. Company won't be like, oh, we got to like teach him this shit. Like, you know, he might know a little something, got a little trick up his sleeve. But also at the same time, it's not like I just stay at home all day and do nothing. Like I'm trying to find a good balance. This guy's fucking goated. I'm trying to find a good balance of like doing stuff and then making sure I like live, you know? So I'm trying to use my body to the best of its ability. Like you're as young as you are today as like you'll ever be. Hope that made sense. But you know, there's that one quote by one fucking Roman dude or Greek dude who was like, it would be a shame if a man would die without knowing what his body's capable of. I'm not saying I'm full, you know, trend twin steroid user, but you know, I like to take care of myself and then like I stretch every day, try to be like flexible, and then go to my Muay Thai classes. I've talked about that. So that's one thing I like to spend my time on. Another thing is like making time for friends. I don't have any like close friends in the direct vicinity near me, so I have to drive. You know, one of my friends is in Des Moines, Iowa. You know, not close to me by any chance, but not the furthest. So you know, sometimes we'll carve out a day. I'll drive 2 hours. He'll drive 2 hours in the opposite direction, or we'll like meet up. You know, like meet in the middle. So he drives 2, I drive 2, and then you know we'll go fishing. We'll do whatever. You know, we'll just you know hang out. Where's my ammo? Ooh. 21-0. And a tank is pretty good. Usually this tank's not as good as these tanks aren't as good as the Battlefield 5 ones in my opinion. I think that's because they didn't have like the ability to laser missile guide you like they do in this one. So yeah, I remember I was a fucking demon with the Tiger 1. We're at 9 minutes, but yeah, something I was like truly thinking about is if this is the right decision, and I can't keep saying like, oh, if because if I do something and I'm wishy-washy about it, I'm always gonna think like, oh, I could have went somewhere else, I could have done something else, you know. I'm never gonna be satisfied, and that's just no way to live, in my opinion. Oh, get the fuck away from me. You know, because if I second guess everything and I'm not confident about anything, it's like I don't know, you know, I don't know. Like no, I gotta own up my decision, make the best of it. And I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I grab this, you know, like this shit sucks. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's just like, what could be the alternative? And the alternative could be very much I'm doing nothing, you know? I'm very grateful to have a job in this economy. I know a lot of my peers are getting shitted on. So, oh damn, that was really close. So it's you know, just something people grapple with. If you have a Ferrari, you're always gonna want the Lamborghini, or the, let's see, Ferrari. You're always gonna want a Bugatti. If you have a BMW, you're gonna want a Porsche. If you have a Porsche, you're gonna want like a Lamborghini. So it's human nature to want everything. Like, you want what you don't have. People would kill to be in my position. I would kill to be in people's positions. It's just the way life works, you know. This is just a question that me and my friends have been grappling with, because it's a big change, you know. You're used to a routine, you're used to seeing your friends every day, and to go to not seeing them every day, to see them like once a month maybe, it's something to get used to. I wonder if I can go back here, if I'm gonna, no, the answer is no. But yeah, you know, it's something I was thinking about. And to me, like, I must be doing something right, because I'm the youngest person in my office. So that tells me, like, hey, you're trying your hardest, you're doing your damn best you can do. Be proud of it, you know? Be proud of yourself. Take a day or two to realize your accomplishments that you've done at such a young age. I'm working for a Fortune, well, I have the privilege to work for 2 Fortune 500s and Fortune 500s at this point, so I'm grateful, you know. But, you know, like I said, you see one thing, you want it. You want what you don't have. You want what the other guy has. And I guess that's what I'm just saying time-wise, because it's tiring, you know. I come back from work, sitting at a computer all day, or standing desk all day, and sometimes I always don't have time to go to Muay Thai or go to, you know, bullshit, go to boxing class, wherever I'm going for the day. But, you know, I would make my time. It's what brings me balance and peace, so can't lose that. Oh, fuck. We're gonna hit a tactical retreat here. I'm really excited for October 10th, because that's when the new Battlefield comes out. So when that comes out, I'll try to do some videos, do some reviews and stuff. Where am I right now? 28-0, not bad for a tank. Oh, I'm lobbing shells over here. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Oh no. Bro, heal. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited for Battlefield 6, given this is a Battlefield commentary channel. Alright. Let's see if I can... What are we at, 13 minutes? I don't want to make it go too long, I know. TikTok brain these days. Okay. We're gonna hard accelerate. Whew. But yeah, I would say some things I do to stay grounded and not like lose connection with everyone. There was a Harvard study. Tell my girlfriend this. There was a Harvard study that, like, they followed 80 people. Harvard, Stanford. They followed a ton of people for 80 years to see what really mattered in life. I think what they landed on was not money, as, you know, people would think. It turned out to be the quality of your relationships. So not only romantic, not only like boyfriend, girlfriend, but friendships, you know, relationships with your parents, relationships with peers, relationships with your friends. And everyone's so, Jesus. Oh. Everyone's so quick to be like, oh, Gen Z lonely, Gen Z whatever. I don't think consuming, I told you this told you this guys before. I don't think consuming all that negative shit is good for the psyche. Oh, hello. Jesus. Where this guy's to go. But anyway, yeah, there's the study was revealing that your friendships, your relationships with parents, all that stuff was an indicator of how fulfilled you would be at the end of your life. So it's good to grind, but oh fuck. It's good to grind, but let's see what I do. 39 kills. Good to grind, but it's also good not to lose sight on what really matters these days. So yeah, take it easy. Hope you guys have a good. Let's see what else I'll do. One life as an infantry. I don't. Oh yeah. Damn. All right, yeah. Take it easy. I'll see you guys later. You know, good luck with everything. Catch you in the next one.